I'm live by myself today. I'm live chatting by myself today. All right, well, listen, let's get it started. Let's get it started because I'm gonna lead us up here anyway, and I need to have the Hold on a second. Yeah, because I'm gonna lead us up here anyway. So, guess I'll give it another minute. I'll go ahead and get started. Hopefully, everybody's enjoying their Saturday today. I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, y'all chilling too. I don't know where you at. Just in case you don't know, I'm in California, so it's 9:36 over here. Got some light plans for today. I just finished fixing up one of my road bikes for my new road bike. I just fixed it up, and I'm going to my daughter this afternoon. So we'll probably go for a nice long bike ride or something like that. If it's not too hot. But other than that, I don't know. Might go to the batting cages this weekend. It's a fight on this weekend, ain't it? I think it's a UFC fight on. Probably watch that. I don't know. Let me know what y'all got going on in your chat. What's the move this weekend? Oh, you know what? Supposed to be going to a luchador wrestling match today too. So we'll be going to see that. I think it's at 4, so that'll be interesting. Anyway, today's topic. Yeah, let's get started. So today's message of the day, and like I said, I'm going to leave this up here for everybody because I think this is very important, and this is something I've been going through personally, I've been telling my friends about this as well, so that they can kind of stay on cue and on target with the things that we need to be developing as well, like with fitness and everything. And I hope that everybody who's been watching my channel, I know you guys have noticed these AI videos and like these videos that are like faceless. It's not me on there. It's still my stuff. I'm still making the videos, but the fact of the matter is making that quality and trying to put it in a sense where I can take myself out of it. Because sometimes what I'm starting to realize is sometimes people just don't want to listen to me. Like if it's me saying it, you might not want to listen to me. But if it's somebody else generically saying it, it's like, oh, listen to what I learned today. And I think what's most important is not the messenger, but the message itself. And so I've been trying to make sure that I'm putting out these different videos. And I've said all of this stuff before in the past in my other videos that I made myself. But it might be new people to the channel, it might be a new culture. And just for me trying to keep up with it and trying to make sense of what's going on with current events and how things are now, I like to test things out. And so um, hopefully you guys have been enjoying them. If not, oh well, what I'm saying. If so, thankfully, hopefully you learned something and was able to take something away from some of my videos out of there. Okay, so anyway, today's messages and today's chopped up messages. You already have everything you think you need. And what that means is a lot of times I've been noticing people being like haters and being haters of what they don't have, and like looking at other people like, oh, if I had that, then I'd be on. They got his body looks better than mine. If my body looked that good, then I'll be like this. So I need to fix this. And what's interesting is like a lot of times when you get caught up in the forefront of the visual of the, oh, this person got this thing, you start to forget about like, well, let's dig deeper into it and what's that really mean, and are we sharing that same euphoria, or are we going through those same emotions? And what I mean by that is, so this past year I started playing softball. I picked up playing softball, and I never played before. You know what I'm saying? Like I never played baseball before. None of that stuff. I mean, I've been in the batting cages here and there, but not enough to say I'm no baseball player. But I like trying stuff. I like trying new things out and testing stuff to see how it's going to work on my body. And I believe that if you're going to have a physique, your physique also needs to be able to be functional. So like, what's the point of being big and you cock swole, but you can't do nothing with it? You can't ride a bike. You can't, I don't know, you can't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You're just big and clumpy looking. So my point is like, I want to always be able to have a physique where I can do something. So I started playing softball just to see, like, all right, well, I got muscles, put it to the test. Years ago, I had muscles. I said, okay, I'm gonna start training kung fu. Let's try that. I'll play basketball. Let's try that. Like I'll do whatever to test that thing out to make sure that your body is still getting the activity that it needs. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care if it's swimming, like whatever the case is. Like you got to do something with that physique other than just lifting weights on it, And so, my point being is that I started training for baseball and started practicing baseball stuff, learning how that worked, and going into the feeling of what it feels like to swing and miss, and like to play in front of a crowd, and to like to have to go to practice and to have to prepare for a game. Of course, it's on a small, minor level, you know what I'm saying, on a local level, whatever. Like, that's not the point. The point is that like having a jersey and all that stuff is the same motions of somebody doing it who's in the big leagues. And I mean, like, you can still carry yourself as such. And so thinking about that when it comes to doing like your exercise routines and such, like, just because that person's a pro athlete and they're working out, for their sport, doesn't mean that you can't also exercise and go through the motions as if you're a pro athlete too. You know what I'm saying? As if you're not pro athlete also. So you can do the same stuff. You can go do something functional with your body as well. You don't always have to be looking at someone else as if, that person got what you don't have and you need what they got, whatever like that. Like, nah. Like, and at the end of the day, especially for, guys and women, there's so much access to stuff now that you can have anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like if me and a rich dude go to a game, go to a basketball game or something like that, yeah, he may be sitting closer in those seats, but we still in the same building. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, like, we both seen the live event from different um, paradigms, And so because of that, in the grand scheme of things, both was at the game at the end of the day. And I think that's what's important, is just being at the game. Like, I think that a lot of times we be getting caught up in things is like, want to be the man all the time, but you are already the man, or the woman or whatever, like, you already her, you already him. So I think that's important for y'all to remember too when it's going through times to trying to move forward, So hopefully you learn something. Anyway, other than that, listen, I do want to say that I appreciate you guys supporting Mechanoid 88. I appreciate y'all supporting the brand. Pretty much what the brand is about having working out and doing what it takes to get the job done, whether you feel like it or not, and treating your body and treating your lifestyle robotically to a degree, like trying to remove the emotions so that you get a chance to really get a chance to get the project done, and I think that's important. And so, like, when it comes to my clothes, they kind of simple, like the designs are simple, the things are simple, but they're all functional and they all serve a purpose and they're useful. So I want you guys to excuse me. I want you guys to check out Mechanoid88.com, and if it's a tracksuit on there that works for you, if it's a stringer set that works good for you, I want you guys to get that stuff. I want you guys to be prepared. And don't be nervous of because you early to the wave or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll be cool. What's up, everybody? Hold on, let me see. Swire, did you lose muscle mass since that video you posted 7 years ago? Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. I mean, I lost muscle mass. You just and it just depends on where you at in your season. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's in a different season. That season, I had time, and like, like I was eating differently. My lifestyle was different. My kids was younger. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was married. Like, I ain't had no real job. I had time. You feel me? So, in a sense like that, yeah. Like, but what happens is, I think, and hopefully y'all take this away too, is that when you work out, if you work out accurately when you're younger, when you get older, your body will still hold that same detail. You know what I'm saying? And it'll be nothing for just to get back to that. But when you blow your lines when you're young and you get all like, keep your stomach wide, and like your chest gets too fat, your back gets too fat. Once you start trying to get down to being detailed again, something about the way your frame is shaped just don't look right. Like, even if you got a muscle stomach, like, your stomach look more round, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part though, like, you just gotta take care of your body when you're younger and get all the details you can get. I'd rather y'all be ripped at a young age, you know what I'm saying, and just keep maintaining, trying to stay ripped, than to try and put on size. Because if you try and put on size, that's a lot of ego, and that's a lot of like you just doing it for who, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're just doing it for yourself to say, yeah, I was able to get to this number, but it's hard to maintain that number if you don't have a lifestyle for it. So, and like again, a lot of times your body is a reflection of what you got going on in your life. And so if you look at somebody's physique and they look like, a certain thing, you can pretty much see the character behind that physique, you know what I'm saying? Because they're telling that body is telling a story about what they got going on in their lives, whether you like it or not. So said you currently weigh 92 kilograms. Hey Google, how many pounds is 92 kilograms?
92 kilograms is equivalent to 202.825 pounds.
202 pounds and 5'8", mixture of fat and decent muscle. What advice would you give for want to lean up? Just have to you gotta, first of all, you gotta make it consistent. Like what I do now, I'll go to the gym probably like 4 days a week or 5 days a week, and I'll do one body part and just one exercise. Like one exercise, one body part. So if I'm in there doing shoulders, like this week I went in there, I did shoulders, and I just did the little lateral raise machine joint that you just doing here that you sit in. I just did them 100. You know what I'm saying? Like that was my workout for the whole day. And so that's my workout. Now, what I mean by like the rest of the stuff, if you can make a lifestyle, I also played basketball before I started. So I went in there and I shot around a little bit. And I just, worked. For me, I just worked on my left hand. So I don't want y'all thinking, oh, he a baller. I ain't a baller. Not no more. I ain't got it like that no more. But I was just working on my left hand, and I considered that as my cardio, but I couldn't do too much because then I would have been going crazy. But I also ride my bike too. And I ride my bike probably once or twice a week. And I make that part of my habitual lifestyle. And so what I'm saying is like if you could just do one exercise a day, or Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, or whatever, every other day, something like that, you could do a body part, and then you can make a cardio out of like an activity, out of going to play basketball or going to ride your bike or going to kayaking or something like that, or whatever you like to do. If you want to run, that's fine. It just depends, because answering the question, should you do cardio, is gonna be particular on what your body wants to look like. So for example, I know it's a long answer, but if you 5'8" and you 202 and you want to lean out, do you want to lean out and be 202 still, or do you want to be 5'8"? Like, do you want to be 5'8", 202 lean muscle, or do you want to be 5'8" and 175? You know what I'm saying? Like what pudgy and no lean muscle. You know what I'm saying? Like it just depends. Like, so you pretty much got to decide what you want to look like. And I think depending on what you want to look like will dictate the type of cardio you do. So just look for the type of body type that you want to see, and then do cardio that makes you get that physique. Because if you do cardio like a runner, you might get too lean too fast. If you do too much stuff, it might happen too fast for you, and then like you might not actually catch your physique in the look that you want to look at. Like you might, like, let's say for example, I say, okay, I'm gonna lean out, I'm gonna go do cardio. For whatever reason, the cardio that I may do may make me lose all muscle. You know what I'm saying? So, but somebody else may start losing all fat because I may not have timed it right. I did my cardio if I didn't like at the wrong time of day. Maybe my cardio wasn't fasted. So you just got to figure out what you want to look like. Yes, cardio is important. The other thing that's mainly important is eating right, like eating for your body type. So figure out what makes you gain or lose weight, and figure out what makes you get fat or get skinny or whatever the case is. Once you figure it out, then you'll be able to say, okay, well, now I see this is what makes me fluctuate. From my personal example, recently I just took out sugars. So like I haven't been having sugar in my system prior for the last 2 months or so. Like I'll squeeze it in here and there, but me being candy man, like having candy at all moments like that and having snacks all the time, I haven't been doing it. And what I noticed was that like I stay a lot leaner and I have less inflammation in like my legs and in my other areas and my other limbs where I swell up that thing. My face on me breaking out and stuff like that. So, and that's just taking away sugars. And so my thing is like, maybe you have something in your system that you need to take off but you don't necessarily have to go on a whole diet or nothing like that. You just need to take that out of your body, and then if you take that out of your body, and then find a cardio activity that you like that don't feel like work, you know what I'm saying, and then do one body part a day, like one exercise, not even 5 exercises, just one exercise, and just do 100 reps or 200 reps or whatever the case is. Maybe two, maybe if it's legs, of course, you got to do your hamstrings. So one exercise for hamstring, one exercise for your calves, one exercise for your quads, or something like that. So you got to do multiple exercises for legs, but try to find the biggest ones, you know what I'm saying? That way you don't got to be in there that long. And those hard working exercises will feel like conditioning work, and then just make sure you're working out like an athlete. Make sure you being a superstar athlete when it comes to exercising, and your whole system. That's all. Hopefully that answers your question. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to say that I plan on being on live more often too. Like I know I'll be going away and doing stuff, but it's just life be going on. You know what I'm saying? Like life will get to you. So pretty much recently I've been caught up on my stuff, and so all my details are caught up. I want y'all to check out my Mechanoid 88 on Etsy. I sell men's pheromone oil, pheromone cologne, you want to say. And no, it's not from somebody's sweat. It's from it's from plants. It's plant-based pheromone oil. And so you put that on first, and then you put your real cologne on top of that. So very organic, you know what I'm saying? Very organic scent. Smells like almonds and vanilla. Of course, we got the other things like the books and your plans and things like that. If you want to get in shape for your physique. I'm designing a couple other products too. So I don't know when they'll be ready, but I'm designing a couple other products too. One of them is a facial skincare issue, a skincare product, and then a couple other little things. And we also got the t-shirts as well. So if you see the t-shirts and they're super long, make sure you get one of them too. I appreciate everybody who's been getting them and supporting them. I don't know who y'all are though, you know what I'm saying? Somebody in Utah buy my stuff, and I'll be like, okay, there's somebody in Utah. Like I've never been to Utah, but it's cool to see somebody out there getting it. So I just appreciate it all the time. You know what I mean? Like even when I was doing my glass meal prep containers, or if you build me for my meal plans, something like that, like all my products. But I think this section right here, my Mechanoid 88 brand, will be the last one, and we'll stay right here. Not too many more bouncing around, something like that, So from the UK, appreciate you joining the show, man. I don't know what time it is over there. What time is it over there? It's just getting to be 10 a.m. over here. Bluto, what's up, boss man? Does doing cardio on a body recomp lean both defeat the purpose of it? I don't want to go against my trainer, but I'm starting to get the gut with my bad eating choices. Oh, you starting to get a gut because of your bad eating choices. 1753. Oh man, wait a minute. Hey Google, what is 1753 time?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Oh man, how do you do that? I gotta take away 11. What is it? Somebody tell me what 1753 is right now. I can't remember. I don't have my other watch on. Okay, so let's go back to Bluto's question real fast. Is doing cardio on a body recomp or lean both? Oh, 5 almost 6 o'clock at night. Okay, that's cool. Okay, that's cool. 6 o'clock at night, that's cool. I know we gotta convert everything, man. Listen, I'm still a good person, you know what I'm saying? I just don't know everything. I try. Let me see. So, Bluto, here's the answer to your question. You don't want to go against your trainer, but you're starting to get a gut because you're bad eating. So here's the thing, like, who you want to be mad at, you or yourself? At the end of the day, if you eating bad, that's your fault. So let's start there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to look at yourself in the mirror and check yourself before you wreck yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, get that out the way. So if you starting to get a gut, you're not even listening to your trainer. Why you don't believe this man? Like, he may be a good trainer, you know what I'm saying? Like, but he might actually be good, and then you walking around like a bad product, like, let's say buddy's he's a good trainer, and then you don't listen to him, and then you going around saying, I got a trainer, and then they say, who's your trainer? Or is that guy? Oh, and I'm over here like, whoa, I don't want to account for that because he's not even looking any different. You know what I'm saying? He's eating crazy on his own, but then saying I'm his trainer. So hold on, you need to figure out if you even got a trainer or not, because putting 2 and 2, that's not fair to that man that you eating bad still knowingly, and then going to them having them try to fix some problem that you making them work twice as hard against. Because cardio is not the answer. I think the question here is, um, why are you having bad eating choices? Like, what are you hiding from? Do you feel like you're undeserving of a great body? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you feel like you shouldn't look great or something like that? You know what I mean? Like, it ain't that hard. Like, go get it. Anything you want to get, you can go get it. It's not like complicated. God gave you a body. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's in the Bible. Like, that junk is rightfully yours. You're supposed to be able to see as best as your physique can be. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if you really just love foods and stuff like that, what is it that you're hiding from? In my last book, I wrote about like eating choices and stuff like that. But a lot of times people have eating problems because maybe something happened to them as a youth. Maybe it's like a mental issue for them. But you just got to start thinking about like, how come you don't have that type of self control? You know, are you covering something? Are you running away from something? Are you hiding from something? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it a reason? Are you trying to scare somebody off? Is that a coping mechanism? It's just a lot of stuff that you got to look into. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some inner work you got to do. But it's good that you identify it because now you have a starting point to know, okay, this is what I need to work on for myself, you know? And there you go. You say you got a hard time telling yourself no. Well, that's something that you got a hard time setting boundaries in life. So that now you got a hard time setting boundaries. So now we in the wrong check. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's supposed to be in the health check. Like, but if you set yourself boundaries and say, I have to tell myself no. Once you're able to do that with yourself, you can do that with other people. You know what I'm saying? With other things, and then you're deserving of the greatness of what's out there in the world for you. But if you can't even manage your own self, you know what I'm saying, and treat yourself like a robot, or make sure yourself, you know, like you got to be good to yourself because it's like this. Like, you ever, I don't know if y'all any of y'all got kids, or if any of y'all got like if any of y'all got grandmas or whatever like that, right? You know how your mom, how she feeds you a certain thing, but then you go to your grandmother's house and then she'll give you whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, she'll fix it up for you, get the candy, you can finesse grandma. You know what I'm saying? But at your mother's house, it's kind of like, no, y'all go to bed by this time, y'all do this and that and that. But at your grandma's house, she gonna let you do whatever you want to do. And the thing is that like you can't discredit your mother for making you, you know, like go to bed on time and do the things that's right and important for you because that's what's supposed to be nurturing your body in the first place. But your grandma, she just loves you. So like that love, she not gonna care whether it's helpful or hurtful. She's just gonna do whatever's out there. You know what I'm saying? And be like, well, I'm grandma, so I got pass. And so you gotta think about it when you governing yourself. Are you treating yourself like how your mother would do you, or treating yourself like how grandma would do you? You know what I'm saying? So like you just got to be careful as far as like, oh, because your mother might be like, no, that's not good for you because you're not thinking for yourself. Grandma be like, well, any thought you have, let me see if I can make it possible. You know what I'm saying? And those are the things you got to be considerate of when you're talking to yourself. You know, like make sure that you're treating yourself well, and not beating yourself. You know, and so because you can have a great physique, and you know, even if it's 7 years later, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you turn 50, 60, like you still get a great body. Like, it don't matter how old you are. It don't matter like you know what position you're in, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And especially if there's certain things you got to do. Like if you guys ever go to a bodybuilding competition, you'll see they got age groups in there, 60-year-old groups, you know, 50 plus, 30 plus. You can do with any of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like going into those different categories, it'll inspire you, let you know that you still got time, but you don't have to. I would rather you do all the work. Like if you're doing a let me say this, if you're doing a physical bodybuilding program with yourself or trying to make yourself look better, it's best to do the mental part of it at the same time. Like whatever's wrong with you at the same time, do that when you're doing your workouts too. because then when you go do your exercises, you can listen to a podcast and then they could be telling you, oh, you know, you need to be more like this and you're doing this and that's and that. But you actually are in the motions of exercising. And so it's better to fixing yourself like a double whammy. And that way when you're like once you have your physique that's complete, mentally you'll be prepared to know how to keep it too. Because like if somebody just came up to you and gave you a trainer and now you working out with the trainer, you just do everything the trainer said mindlessly. By the time you get off of working with the trainer, you're gonna have a great body, but you're not gonna know how to even maintain it. And then that's what happens is a lot of clients they fall off, you know, and they go back to looking like how they looked before having the trainer in the first place. And so make sure you don't want to fall off. then go ahead and do your self inner work as well. If you need to meditate or whatever you need to do, hey, listen, go back to my go back to my videos, my videos that I've been posting lately, my faceless ones. They'll tell you what to do. Like, do all that stuff, and it's gonna make you a better person. That way, you can have the whole abundant body. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then whenever you want to get back to being big, if you want to be small, if you want to be fast, you want to be able to dunk. You know what I'm saying? Like any of that stuff, you could just be like, I want to do this now. I want to do this now. I want to do this now. You know what I'm saying? But like conquering your physique, that's the first accomplishment that you need to do. Not need to. You don't got to listen to me at all. You know what I'm saying? But that's the first accomplishment, and I feel like is a great stepping stone to being able to learn how to accomplish other things too. You know what I'm saying? Because like if you can conquer your own body, you conquer a lot of stuff. And then everybody's gonna look at you like, oh, you got a great body, and at least you got one thing right. You know what I'm saying? So that's my part. Like, if you ain't getting nothing else right, at least you figured your body out, and then the rest of the stuff you can figure that part out later, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like, you figure the other part out. Okay, well now, just the same way you spent that energy figuring that other thing out, figure your body out, and use that same type of diligence. Just it's simple, man. Just go to work. Y'all know what to do. Y'all should be elite. You know what I'm saying? And for this information, make sure y'all check out Mechanoid88.com or Mechanoid88 on Etsy. And when you do start looking great, I want y'all to put those outfits on and start tagging me in them too. You know what I'm saying? That way I see that y'all got the physiques to match, But get y'all's minds right, man. Get your mind right, get your body right. You know what I'm saying? And make sure, again, please, everybody, go do an activity too. Don't just be a gym rat. Don't just be a gym dude. Like, go outside and do something with that physique. Like, go do something functional. If it's CrossFit, that's cool too. Even though you're not gonna need CrossFit, it's still cool. Do CrossFit. You can do something else. You do whatever. Just make sure you're doing something with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have something around the house, like even if you got a ball in your backyard or something like that, like go start playing with that ball. Like, do something with that because like as you work out, you're just gonna get stiff, yo. Like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. You're gonna get mad stiff and you're gonna have a stiff frame. Like, so do things to make you still be limber and stretch into like, mobile and stuff like that. I was looking on CNN recently. No, maybe it wasn't CNN. It was one of those apps on Instagram or something like that. It was like they did a study saying, and this was two different ones too. It said that people who cycle, like bicycle, whatever like that, ride bicycles, they end up living an extra 15 years. That's crazy, right? So like you 60, that'll put you out to like 75. And it was really crazy is that I saw another post that was like black men in the United States, their life expectancy is only about 70. But if you move to like Italy or something like that, then your life expectancy goes up like another 15 years too. So that's crazy too. You know what I'm saying? And then I saw another sport that said that the reason why this pickleball thing is so popular now is because racket sports also have been noticed to help with helping people live longer too, like the mobility and stuff like that of it, and moving back and forth and doing things. And so with all that being the case, that's why it's important for everybody be trying to do some type of activity with their frames, and don't just work out just to say, yeah, I went to the gym today, because like that's not enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, a workout just to be intimidating. Like, nobody's scared of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got those now. So don't think you just want to be big just so you can scare somebody big just because you could take somebody's girl or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not the case. Make sure you're working out to be a full, a unit, for whatever the case is that you're doing. And again, it's good for your mind because it'll teach you how to accomplish something, And so, boss, what's up in the chat, man? I hope you're enjoying some of this talk. We'll be getting some of this God body talking this nice Saturday morning here, but it's 6 o'clock in the afternoon or somewhere in the UK, just so you know, in case you're late. You know what I mean? But yeah, but hopefully everybody's doing something with their physiques, man. Like don't just have a good body for nothing. Don't just be built for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, do something with it. That's what's most important, man. Simply deep. The topic for today, we were just talking about making sure that you use your body the right way. And also, like, what else I say? Y'all are already famous. So just treat yourself as the superstar athlete. You know what I'm saying? Do that. Like, just be a superstar athlete. Do all the stuff that comes with that. and don't leave no money on the table, and don't think that you're not deserving of it. And especially when you're starting to do your cardio, try to do cardio in an athletic version. Make sure that it's not just standard. Okay, I'm walking on the treadmill, and I'm walking on this, or I'm just doing exercise bike. Like, get outside and do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, go sweat for real, for real. Go look like something like how you used to be when you was younger. Like, put that on you, and that way your physique will mold to that shape and not just the in the gym shape. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to just look like you be in the gym all the time. Do y'all not be seeing those dudes who look like they just be in the gym all the time? Like, come on, dude. Like, you just big for nothing. You just big for nothing. Like, and I mean, I've been big for nothing before too. I was like, I don't want to lift that because I might hurt something. But if it was in the gym, I'll lift it. You know what I'm saying? But like, just being cock diesel and swole, and you don't even do nothing with it. People ask me what you do for a living, and you like, oh, nothing. It don't make no sense. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta get out there and do something, man, because there's no reason to just be a unit and don't have no activity with it. Like, it just makes any sense. Like, do something with it. I could be opinionated. I'm opinionated on a lot of things. I don't like to share my opinions though, because I think opinions are, I hate to say this, I think opinions are it's not feminine, it's just not fair to nobody. You know what I'm saying? So like, I keep them to myself, my personal friends, or somebody asks me something. But a lot of times if I don't have experience in that area, I'm gonna just shut the F up. Because how would I know? You know what I'm saying? Somebody be like, well, what do you think about such and such and such and such? I don't know. Man, I ain't never been there. How can I tell you what I did? I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and maybe that's just me, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm an Aries or something like that. But man, I don't know. Like, that don't got nothing to do with me. If it don't have nothing to do with me, then I don't want nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like I do have opinions, but I keep them to myself. I be walking around the house disgruntled. Why? I can't believe. Well, I'll be swiping on Instagram. I can't believe this. But I'll never comment though. I'll never actually let you know that I felt something. I'll just consider it and be like, this is stupid. You know what I'm saying? And keep on flowing. Like, this is dumb. Like, how would anybody think like this? Or what idiot wrote this? You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm not gonna really go out of my way to be trying to change somebody's mind. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people are just stupid. Really. And I mean, that's okay. Because I think that the universe needs that balance. Like, we need stupid people and we need smart people too. And I think that there's different levels of smart and there's different levels of stupid. So it all keeps everything balanced. So like, I just think that when like ignorance sometimes can be bliss, because if you know too much about a whole bunch of stuff, then it's like now you don't know nothing. But if you know a lot about your field, then it's okay. You know what I'm saying? But you can't but if you know a lot about your field and you acknowledge that you don't know nothing about some other field, then you're not stupid, because you're just saying, I don't know nothing about that, so I'm gonna stay out of that game. But if you like are still talking about something that ain't none of your business, then that's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, I got you. You want my opinion? Okay, I'll answer it. If you want my opinion, let's see. What's my opinion on movies that show men in embarrassing situations? When you get clowned, how do you handle those situations in real life? Okay, so let me see. What movie did somebody get clowned on in embarrassing situations? Let me see. All right, my favorite movie, Friday. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think there was a scene in there where like how they be playing Smokey. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not that smart, whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? And he isn't. But I think that like calling somebody dumb and making them like discrediting their intelligence it's not fair. You know what I'm saying? It's not fair because they might be smart in something else. Like, okay, so Smokey was getting played, like they was talking slick to him and laughing at him, stuff like that. But at the same time, like he was the only one who was actually trying to be an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying that he was in the wrong or he was in the wrong technically, but he was right about the pastor. You know what I'm saying? He was right about street stuff. And so to be looking at him like, oh, this dude just don't know nothing. And he was like, the weed be like, no, you know what I'm saying? But in that case, okay, Johnson's Family Vacation. I've seen Johnson's Family Vacation before. That was funny. Which part of it? You talking about when Steve Harvey was clowning Cedric, whatever like that, like how they was going back and forth in front of everybody and he was trying to belittle him, whatever like that. It just depends. It just depends. Okay, so let me tell you this. I'll tell you, there's a situation I've been in front of. One time I was young. Okay, I was young. I'm not proud of this. You know what I'm saying? But again, one time I was young. I don't remember the hot tub scene specifically, but I know how the gist of that movie was going. How he was trying to play it. But okay, so here's what I'll say. One time I was young, and I was at a family get together, like a family get together. You know what I'm saying? Like, and my cousin, he was drunk. And this is my guy, you know what I'm saying? Like everything was peachy. Like he was drunk, but he was like drunk though, you know what I'm saying? And so for whatever reason, he got that grown man in him and was like wanting to wrestle me and was like, he hugged me and he squeezed my face. And buddy, like, you know, he squeezed me and I was like, yo, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? And I didn't get off and like try to address it with him. I just stole off on him. Boom. And so like, and so sometimes stuff like that happens, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody trying to embarrass you. One time I was a little kid, and this is when I used to go. I don't know if any of y'all go to church or something like that, or the Kingdom Hall or whatever. Like I was at one of those events, and I was talking to somebody, and I was thinking I was being cool to do, and I turned around, and when I turned around, he mushed me in the back of the head, like that. Nothing to talk about. Until somebody came and got me off him. You know what I'm saying? So depending on what the level of it is, you know what I'm saying, then it's like you can't do nothing with that. But if it's a situation where it's like, okay, here you go. You said real life scenario. Somebody walks in on you and your girl the wrong time in some secluded area. I mean, you know, that's a mistake. You know what I mean? That's a mistake. Somebody walks in on you and they didn't know you was over there and y'all out the blue. Okay, that's a mistake. Like maybe you shouldn't have been there. It was you know what I'm saying? It's just an example. Sometimes if something's a mistake, then it's just a mistake. But if it's you know, if it's like on purpose and somebody trying to belittle you and trying to make you feel stupid in front of somebody, then yeah, you can't do that. Like, recently I was on a plane, like a couple months ago I was on a plane. And this dude, I don't know where he's from. He's from the UK. You know what I'm saying? He had an accent. He had a British accent. And I don't know what happened, but so I'm gonna give y'all the scene, right? How it played out. So I'm on the plane. I'm on an aisle seat right here, right? So somebody behind me, this dude behind me, right? I'm not tripping nothing like that. So my bags are up here, not above my head, but above the head on the other side of the aisle. So I'm on this side of the aisle. There's other people on that side of the aisle, and this is the middle right here, where people can walk up and down. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, but he's behind me, and so the plane lands. I get up real fast, take my seatbelt off, stand up, grab my stuff, right? Get ready to turn back around with my bag on. By the time I turn back around, buddy's standing in front of me. Like, so he must have stood up and was like, I'm gonna try and get off this plane quick. So I said, I have my mask on. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, excuse me, can I get back to my seat? And he was like, oh, you need to just wait a second. Why are you in a rush? This and that and that, blah, blah, blah. He's like, it's literally 5 minutes or this and that. Like, we just got here. And I don't know what he was referring to. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I said, hey, listen, can I get back to my seat? You know what I'm saying? Like, and so like, he was kind of standing there still, but by the time he didn't move the second time, I just kind of pushed past him and got back to my seat. Now, here's a couple things that could go wrong. He didn't keep on barking from behind me after that. You know what I'm saying? Once I sat down, it was dead. And then, like, once we got off the plane, it was dead. I had to think, like, I know how I am. You know what I'm saying? And this is what was going through my mind. I said, should I get off the plane fast, go stand by the bathroom, and snatch him in the bathroom so nobody could see me? Or do I tag him down this aisle or this little breezeway, tag him real fast, and get out of here because nobody can see me? You know what I'm saying? Like, what can I do real fast to teach this man a lesson? But then my case was, you don't really want to teach somebody a lesson today? Like, what is this? This isn't lesson day. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do we need to do this for? Like, make clearly he was mad about something else. He was in a rush and he was projecting. And he was going to put his energy onto me. Now, if I put the energy onto me and now I'm mad and now I tag this dude, oh, this black man on the plane from beating up a dude from the UK somewhere, and now I'm in jail in another city because it was a layover. I'd have been in jail in Charlotte somewhere. Somebody would have had to come get me out because you know if you get locked up, they gotta get your card, and then somebody gotta come get your ATM, and they gotta bring the cash. That's too much. Who's about to do all of that? So all of this is going through my head. You know what I'm saying? Like, do I really want to go through this? And so, fortunately, you know what I'm saying, the new KB, just stay silent. I just let that man go about his business, and I went about my business. You know what I'm saying? I did think about it though for like an hour. Like it sat on me. You know what I'm saying? I was like, why would I let that happen? Like why would I even? You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, maybe it's okay. I'll just relax. Let me get back to your question. You said, okay, you gotta you said what you mean is that me and my girl was doing something in the area at my house and somebody mistakenly saw that. It's a mistake. That's what I'm saying. Like it was an accident. And like I live alone. So if she over here, like nobody's gonna see me, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's the thing, like some stuff like that, you can't control that, you know, only focus on the things you can control. If you can control certain situations, then okay, you know, just control that. But if you can't control mistakes or something like that, and then, you know, if it's a situation where it's somebody's walking in on you to be rude, like they doing it on purpose, something like that, then yeah, of course, set the boundary. Like, what you doing over here, doggy? Like, you know, we gotta play. Like, we roommates, something like that. And my man walking in on me and her while we in some, like this ain't no house party type stuff, you know what I'm saying? So if it's something like that, but if it's like family member, they keep on walking in on you, then I mean that's kind of the situation because you living with your family, you know what I'm saying? So you kind of got to deal with that, you know what I mean? But they see you, they catch you, it's an accident, you know what I'm saying? But mistakenly seen it, mistake. You can't do anything about that. You gotta live in and try and fix it better for next time. You know what I'm saying? Somebody mistakenly seen you doing a whole bunch of stuff, but get your windows tinted. You know what I'm saying? Do different things. So that's what I'm saying. Move on. But, anyway, everybody else doing good. I know I've been here for a long time. I don't want to be getting on y'all's nerves too much. I don't want to be getting on your nerves too much. Where's everybody from? And I hope that my videos aren't cringy to you guys neither, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. You got another question. You said, how long have I been doing YouTube and what inspired me? I've been doing YouTube since, I don't know, maybe 2016 or something like that, maybe. I think since my first show. Alabama. Okay, excellent. I worked in Alabama a lot. I worked out there a lot. Yeah. My last job. It's hot. It's sticky in Alabama. It's cool. But I did some services when I worked for State Farm. I used to have to come out there to Alabama. I worked for Pilot and the catastrophes and stuff. And y'all had a storm one year, and I came out there. Will, you say you don't think my videos are cringy, but the switch from speaking using AI voice kind of throws me for a loop. That's what I was thinking. So here's my thing. All right, so look, can I do the AI videos, but if I do my voice over them, will y'all be okay with that? Because I'm writing the stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have enough pictures of me doing the stuff to make a video. I would have to record myself walking to the kitchen, opening the refrigerator, pretending to bite into a burger. I don't even eat burgers, you know what I'm saying? Like, so when I'm getting those pictures and clips and stuff, it makes sense. But really, if I just read it instead, I guess that would probably help out. So I'll do that. I was waiting for somebody to say that, and I was like, I wonder if they'll let me slide. You know what I'm saying? But what I'll do is I'll try to put I'll take some more time, and when I do those videos, because they are very important, and I hope y'all do be listening to my videos. Like, it's the message in all of those. Like, and not just, if I was your smart friend, this is your smart friend telling you stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying this to be like, oh, well, let me diminish your value in some other area of life. But this is something that if I'm looking into researching something and we all are a team, and my purpose is to do the research and development, when I finish, I'm going to bring it back to the play. And I'm going to make a YouTube video and say, hey, everybody, listen, this is what I learned today. And so it's just more about, like, I just want to get the point across, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm doing the research and development anyway. I just want to make sure that y'all actually listening, you know what I'm saying? Like, applying yourselves and looking like something, because that's what's important, is making the change in your physiques. It's not about how strong you are. It's not about how much you can lift, how much whatever. It's about, can you make a sustainable physique that'll last you for 15, 20 years? Are you still gonna be looking good in 10 years from now? You know what I'm saying? Like, can you still pull that same, oh, I can bench 315, okay, this week, but can you do that jump? Go ahead and injure your arm, tear your bicep or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And then come back and see if you can still do the same stuff later on down the line. See if your biceps still peak later on down the line. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff is important. So it's not just about just trying to do things when, oh, this makes sense for right now. Do your stuff so that it lasts you even until you get old. Like, I think the good thing about me is that I was on YouTube in my 20s and in my 30s, technically. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was in both ranges. Not much has changed for me, but at the same time, I think for the information, I've run into a lot of information, and there's a lot of stuff that we thought was not realistic that ended up being realistic. And so I think that's important too, because do what makes sense, you know, do what you can keep up with for the rest of your life, not with like a temporary fad exercise or something like that. You know what I'm saying? People be like, well, if you lift, you eat protein like this, if you do this amount of thing, and if you eat raw meat for X amount of days, like that's like crazy, man. Like, what are y'all talking about? You know what I'm saying? Who's eating raw meat? First of all, like, where you find this raw meat at? Like, what? You know, like, just some of this stuff is just crazy. And so my thing is like, just do the stuff that makes sense to you anyway, you know, and make your body be shaped like that. You know what I'm saying? That way you got all that stuff. And the most important thing is, I don't know, like, if y'all are into like chicks and stuff or girls, I will say this about the physique thing and mixing it with like romance and stuff like that. The same girl that you think being big will get you, like she can, like, you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at her exes, she been with a whole bunch of different dudes, and they would find a different variety. One was probably tall, one was probably short, one was probably this, one was probably that. And so I think a lot of times, like, when as a guy, we go into stuff looking like, well, if I look like if I'm this way, she'll you know, like, I'll be able to attract this type of chick. But it's not always the case. And maybe you don't think like that. Maybe you don't think like that. Maybe it's just something I thought about before. You know what I'm saying? But like when you do stuff and you get a haircut or you get cleaned up and you're doing it for the trying to attract opposite sex in a certain degree, sometimes, like, I want y'all to remember, like, even me being in California, like moving from the East Coast, like from me being here, I've talked to chicks that have already talked to celebrities. So when I'm talking to the chick and she's saying, "Oh yeah, I used to talk to him," I'm like, okay, well, so halfway I'm like, so wait a minute, you mean to tell me that I could bag the same chick that a celebrity could bag? You know what I'm saying? Like, and so that makes me feel good. So technically, I'm like, I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, or I'll go on my Instagram and I'll look at my Instagram followers, and you know, we always be following chicks, you know what I'm saying, or thoughts and stuff like that on Instagram, or Instagram chicks. And so, like, every once in a while, I'll see one of them in my stories or like follow me back or something like that. And I'm like, so you need to tell me that, you know, like, an Instagram model chick could be checking for me too. You know what I'm saying? And I just want y'all to know that, like, we all in the same playing field. Like, I'm not more elite. I don't have no more money than somebody in this chat and like that. Like, just treat yourself and just do all the things to make yourself interesting and max yourself out. You know what I'm saying? Just turn yourself up. And when you do that, play your sports. You know what I'm saying? If y'all are into things or whatever you're into, like, do stuff with your body. You know what I'm saying? Find new things to do with your body. See what it can do. See what you can accomplish with it, you know? Because that'll give you, and that'll also help you in your mental areas of your life that you're trying to develop anyway. Because if you have issues where, you know, maybe you have to set boundaries, or if you have issues when it's coming to you know, controlling yourself when somebody's trying to embarrass you or something like that, or you know, whatever the case is, like, all that stuff can be worked on, you know, with your activities, you know, and mentally it helps you to prepare for other stuff. I'll tell you what. So for me, what I've been working on lately, because I've been like not really doing this YouTube as much. I mean, I haven't done my YouTube videos, but like what I'm working on is becoming a better trader. So if y'all don't, I don't know if y'all know, but I trade forex. Like that's what I be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I used to work on roofs. I used to climb on roofs and inspect damage for storms. And so I would go out to different states and I would climb on somebody's roof. And I'll go up there, like, go up there with a rope, you know what I'm saying? And document some paperwork, and I'll be taking pictures of stuff and like you turn in reports and stuff. And I would do that for like assess damage for roofs during storm seasons, like wherever people was at. And so, but since I lived in California, I've only been trading Bitcoin and forex stuff. And so I gotta tell you, like, I've been horrible. You know what I'm saying? Like, I saved up enough money to come out here to be able to figure it out. But I've been trash, and just the information overload of trying to learn how to do something brand new, from working with your hands to working with something mentally, is jarring on my mind. You know what I'm saying? And then having other life's distractions going on the outside, ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like baby mama drama over here with this person, bills, that stuff, court. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff, man. Like all types of stuff, man. I first got here, I had a gun charge from another state I had to carry over with me. So I'm trying to learn something else. Hey, listen, disclaimer, I did beat it. But the point was that I had a charge. So that was like lingering in my mind, like, I got to worry about this thing. And I can't even focus on my trading. You know what I'm saying? And so what I want to say is that, like, even once I started realizing that I needed to just kind of like get the distraction and stuff out of my life and get back to my trading, when I started learning my trading stuff and listening to that type of stuff when I was exercising, and I would listen to podcasts and things, the podcast would tell you to exercise. And they would tell you that in order to be a good trader, you need to be like keeping your physique together, because you need to go into the gym and learn how to be disciplined about something. You need to have a body that reflects being being responsible. You know what I'm saying? And so all these things, these books that I'm reading about trading are telling me to go into the gym. You know what I'm saying? And so like, okay, well, wait a minute. So like, it's one of those things where like the things that you need to accomplish, once you get around to it, it's all going to start intertwining. And now, since I've been reading, now everything makes sense. And I'm like, dang, I wish I would have learned this 5 months ago or a year ago. What is this and that? And I'll be mad at myself because I'm like, okay, now today I made a play today on Bitcoin. I made a play today here. And all this other time I've been missing it. Like I couldn't figure it out. But once I realized, okay, well, let me just clear my distractions, go back to what it is that I'm trying to do, read my stuff, reading my thing told me this is what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? And so like going through all of that stuff, I think that you guys, in addition, that's basis for another good point, is that if y'all are into something or if you're trying to accomplish something, and this isn't just with your physique. Like when I went to trying to accomplish my body, like and win my bodybuilding competitions, I was sitting on the couch and I said, maybe I should do a bodybuilding competition. And my friends was like, oh, okay, that'd be cool to do. Like my cousins was there and they was like, oh yeah, that'd be cool. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna go see about somebody who knows how to do one. And so I found somebody, I asked around in the gym, I said, hey, you know anybody who competes or knows how to do shows and stuff like that? Somebody was like, oh yeah, go talk to so-and-so. I went and found so-and-so. We talked. He was like, oh yeah, you can do a show. I'm like, okay, cool. After that, I started looking at all types of videos online about like competitions. I started looking at like mindsets of champions and started trying to like really believe that I could win and what a competition would be like. And this wasn't after my very first show. My first show, I just wanted to see. But my second show, once I got very close, I was like, oh, no, I could win this. Like, I could do something here. You know what I'm saying? And so I started to study it. And my point was that I consumed myself in it. And it got so crazy to like when I was competing, I turned to such a machine when it was like, I want to look like this in my mind. There was nobody who I could say, I want to look like this. And remember, like, I was getting on stage before there was classic physique. And so all you had was bodybuilding or men's physique. And so, like, I would like to have done classic physique. I probably would have been a monster, you know what I'm saying? But back then they ain't had it. So anyway, like with that being the case, I was working out like a bodybuilder, trying just to see, like, I was going to figure out like where I landed. And every time I got on stage, I was somewhere in between. Like, well, you look like a bodybuilder, kind of, but kind of fit this more. We just need to see. I ended up winning. And when I won my next show, because I was already so consumed with watching so much content about winning championships and watching Generation Iron 50 times and watching old Arnold Schwarzenegger clips and like Frank Zane clips and stuff like that, and old YouTube videos on like Lee Haney talking and how they used to be in the gym. After listening to all that stuff, like I already knew I was going to win. Like when I won my pro card, I already knew. It was just a matter of, I'm going to get my trophy. Can y'all hurry this up? You know what I'm saying? so like, and that's how it happened too. Like it was like, boom, okay. And so once I felt that, I was like, man, I could do this with a lot of stuff, huh? Like I could just kind of accomplish this with a lot of things. And so same thing like with you guys, like whatever you're trying to do, like even hopefully for myself and maybe a couple podcasts from now, I'm gonna come back and tell y'all I done made it on my trading, and now I'm really rolling. But same thing with you guys though. Like if you can kind of master one thing or just consume yourself with it, just read, study your content on it, it's probably gonna make you great in that field. You know what I'm saying? Same thing, you'll be able to accomplish your body, you'll be able to accomplish whatever, man. Like just don't be afraid to chase that particular subject. And it can be a subject on achieving something. I don't care if it's just trying to figure out how to do a backflip. You know what I'm saying? Like you can figure it out. So just go into it and dive deep into it. You know, something that I picked up that it could, or maybe it won't help you, but You know what I'm saying? Is what I'm on right now. So we'll see. Anyway, any other questions before I get out of here? I've probably talked too long. You know what I mean? But hope y'all enjoyed this for today. Made a lot of progress. Hopefully you guys are still making a lot of progress. And I'm gonna try and come back on here next Saturday too. I think that if I could just do these AI videos and come on here and do lives, I think that'd be enough because like, what I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? How to do a bicep curl. Y'all already know how to do a bicep curl. You can tell you that. How to do this. You already know how to do this. You know, and I don't want to get into being a straight up, you know, like a, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be. I just don't want to be showing off too much because I don't know everything. Like so, I don't want to pander to just making stuff that everybody wants to hear. I want to do what I can actually do myself. You know what I'm saying? Because like that's ridiculous. So if it's something that makes sense, then it makes sense. I just be sometimes I'm watching these YouTube videos and then like I would hate to like fake it till I make it, and then like somebody come back and pull receipts later and be like, this man ain't really had it. He don't have that. Like, oh no, please no. I was just playing y'all. So I'll be like that. So I'm like, let me just chill out because if I think I'll make it, this might get me later on. Do what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be looking crazy. So it's like, you know, whatever comes fast don't last, and then the way you get it is the same way you lose it. So I don't want to get it fast and then lose it fast or lose it crazy and then be getting posted. Somebody making videos about me talking about this man's a scam. You know what I'm saying? So I don't need that. But anyway, hopefully, hopefully you guys learned something this week. And if you did, please leave it in the comments. And I appreciate y'all commenting in the chat and everything. You know, I will see y'all hopefully next week. But I'll put a post up to confirm if I'll be there on Saturday just for sure. But anyway, thank you guys for everything, and I'll see y'all later.